Shalom, and welcome to this week's edition of Yisrael Hadash,
your premier source for all things Israel. I'm Netanel Israelian.
and I'm Joey Senders, and we're your hosts for today. Let's get started. Last Wednesday, Tamar Ariel was among at least 40 people killed in a massive avalanche in Nepal. Tamar, who was the first Orthodox female navigator for the Israeli Air Force, was laid to rest Tuesday in the Masuot Yitzchak Cemetery. Hundreds of Israelis paid their final respects to Tamar as 6 Israeli Air Force pilots carried her coffin.
Energy does grow in trees thanks to Israeli engineers. On Thursday, Israel introduced the E-Tree this past week. This new Israeli invention is an ecological sculpture of sorts that resembles a tree whose canopy is made up of solar panels that produce energy from the sun. This energy can be used for Wi-Fi, device chargers for smartphones, electrical outlets, and even nightlights. Its designers believe it will be especially popular among youth as a place to meet up and hang out with their various gadgets. It is expected to be installed at cultural institutions and museums too.
Violence and stone throwing continues to be a constant occurrence in East Jerusalem by the light rails. This week, dozens of Palestinians, some masked, rioted in Isawiya and Silwan in East Jerusalem, with some throwing stones at police who were attempting to subdue the riot. Additionally, a young Palestinian drove his car into a group of Israelis waiting at the Ammunition Hill station for the Jerusalem light rail. A baby girl was killed in this attack. Scores of young religious Jews flocked to the scene of Wednesday's deadly terror attack and held a makeshift vigil for the baby girl who was killed. The youths waved Israeli flags and sang religious songs in honor of the baby. In recent days, security forces have attempted to better monitor the East Jerusalem area by launching a patrol blimp to view this area from the sky.
The partners in Israel's Tamar gas field have announced that they have signed a bid to sell at least 5 billion cubic meters of natural gas over 3 years to private consumers in Egypt. The partners said the gas will be sold based on Brent crude oil prices, with estimated revenue of about $700 million per year.
An IDF patrol came under fire on the Israeli-Egyptian border on Wednesday afternoon. A company commander and a soldier from the Karkal battalion were wounded when militants from Sinai fired gunshots and an anti-tank missile at an IDF jeep. The IDF is currently treating the event as a hostile and destructive act, but does not rule out the possibility that the fire was a result of an Egyptian military chase after smugglers. The wounded soldiers were evacuated to the Soroka Medical Center in Be'er Sheva in a helicopter. A female officer was in moderate condition and a male soldier was in moderate to serious condition.
Defense Minister Moshe Ya'alon tells UN Chief Ban Ki-moon that Israel wants Gaza to improve their economic situation, but not at the cost of allowing Hamas to rearm. Ya'alon warns the UN that Hamas has said it intends to build tunnels rather than houses with money that's given to them.
Well, that's all for today. Thank you for joining us. I'm Joey Senders.
I'm Netanel Israelian.
And you stay classy, Mizrahi.